this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as they are now on the board here in the first half. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Morris does hit field goals.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, Parker.
And defenses have worked so hard at how to...
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time, he
coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Breeze now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. Jonathan Coach was looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This is Carson. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Good punt.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on second down, Breeze. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You see me out here? That's right. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
So my observation has been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Myers' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know,
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
3 picks already now.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Golden Tate, a touchdown reception. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Kenny Stills, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. On the ground, Kamara. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's Brees. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Bright has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Rashad Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12. Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Yup, let's go.
The Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
We call that sack. Look.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 25 on second
How
down.
do they keep getting their hand there?
Give credit to KJ Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air.
Quick strip. The ball's out.
No
and the
way.
Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to return
Not a
to
chance.
the 21-yard line.
I was laying on my stomach on the ground when the ball came out. Whatever, dude.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Single.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
I don't understand how there's
I know these
nobody
wide
over there.
receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Now Breeze finding Kamara, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Kamara, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Michael Thomas. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Clowney stuff.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze. And that is
What in
incomplete.
the hell are we
He
doing?
couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Dude, what is going on?
I never had a chance, not even close. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Over the middle here to Brown.
He's short.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
What?
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Complete.
I can't do anything. Come
and he
on.
brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, Procise. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Come on, dude.
He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Why are you...
Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19.
Can't make a comeback when the line
gets a bit tougher from here. Brees now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith.
That did a whole lot.
Just a
Catch
yard
the
on
ball.
the catch there. It'll be
Dude,
second and 9.
turn it upfield. Come on.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Throwing now is Breeze.
Touchdown. Get out of here.
It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those.
Who was over there?
20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that.
It's like we give up. That's probably why. Okay, now let's go.
Lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Some trades after this game because this ain't happening.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Breeze.
What?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
While he's laying on the ground?
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Breeze and the Saints down by 10, a minute 6 to play. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now Breeze lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back,
so bad.
But he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 46 yards. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to bat. 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road.
Do this next game. Here we go.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Hold on now. Should bring them back now. Put momentum back on our side. Get us in the right direction.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the runner-up for last year's MVP award, now in his 19th season, Drew Brees.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Here's Brees to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Past the 20.
Let's go.
Off to Thomas on the left side. They give him a gain of 38. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Brees. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looks good on the extra point. So he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Zeke from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he finds Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in control.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Yeah, never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, that would never happen, but okay.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And
All right, I'm getting off here for a little bit. I'm starting to get annoyed. I will see you guys later.